Shukracharya. Yesterday we are hearing how Shukracharya, Bali Maharaja is. There are many persons, many heroes, many kings. They give up their life within the battlefield, but they can't use their wealth properly. Their money, positions, they are not utilized properly. So body is also temporary, money is also temporary. So here is a chance for me, at least by my Lakshmi, I can serve this Brahman. Nothing belongs to us. This body is not belongs to us. This money is. We are only, we can say, falsely we are pooling. False. Not belongs to you. How can money belongs to you? You are not proprietor. Falsely we are acting. Therefore, a devotee know whatever I have. This is gift from Lord. Gift. So utilize this. Utilize energy. Utilize money. Utilize whatever I have. Expert. Just utilize for Guru and Krishna service. That is success of spiritual life. That is success of spiritual life. Bali Maharaj know very well, because he was trained by Prahlad Maharaj. How to utilize your energy, how to utilize your energy, how to utilize your intelligence, how to utilize your property for the service of Guru and Krishna. Because all over the world, everyone is busy themselves. They are utilizing their energy, wealth, everything for themselves. Here we have to use everything for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Bali Maharaj knows. Problem will come, you don't come. If you do something, if you don't do, problem will come. If you serve, still problem will come. But by serving, although facing so many problems, but by serving something, by giving some service towards Guru and Krishna, at least thing. And if you Guru and Krishna, still problem is there. But problem is there, but the result, we can say like future result, future is there, but future is bright. We have to follow this path. Bali Maharaj, property is taken. Still, I donate everything. I give my wealth, whatever I have. I just give everything for the pleasure of people. But Shukracharya, for Shukracharya, this was he was just reminding, or he was thinking about demon's position and his own position. If Bali will give everything, demons will face problem. I will also face problem. When you think about your problems, you cannot serve Guru and Krishna. This is the teachings. When you think about your problems, I have this problem, I have this problem, I have this problem, you cannot serve Guru and Krishna. When you surpass your problems, when you make one side, you understand? Make one side, just throw in this leg. If you will serve Guru and Krishna, problem will on his own way. But due to our own problem, when we are not serving Guru and Krishna, that means we are inviting problems. Not serving Guru and Krishna means you are inviting problems. But nowadays we are saying, no, I have this problem, I cannot stay with this devotee, here is problem, here is problem. No. You go anywhere, problem is there. But we can solve our problems when we are engaged in Guru Krishna's service. By the service, by serving a spiritual master, by serving Parampara Acharyas, by their mercy we can solve our problems. Nice place, nice, I can say, circumstances, nice arrangement will not solve our problems. Only service. And when Sadhu Guru they shower their mercies, by their blessings only there is hope. Their mercy is so powerful, so that we can solve our problems. Bali Maharaj knows very well. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whoever, service is important. To serve Bali Maharaj knows. Manasyuna karunikasya sobhanam jadartha kamopayanena durgati kutaha puna brahma vida bhavadrusam tato vatorasya dadami vanchitam. By giving charity, a benevolent and merciful person undoubtedly became even more auspicious, especially when he gives charity to a person like your good self. Under the circumstances, I must give this little brahmachari whatever charity he wants from me. Everyone is serving Brahman or Vaishnavas, but when you find some qualified Brahman, qualified Vaishnavas, this is your prime duty to serve. You cannot neglect. Bhavadrusam is saying. This is the success of spiritual life or success of human life when Brahman and Vaishnavas. But you should realize, like he saying, he's approaching, oh Brahman, you should realize, if I find someone, he's as like as you, then how can I deny it? He's as like as you. I have to serve. I can't deny it. And Prabhupada mentioning here in his translation, when he gives charity to a person like your good self, under the circumstances, I must give this little brahmachari whatever charity you want from me. Yes. So by this way, I can achieve some fame, and you can also achieve some fame. Everyone will, in future, everyone will give this example. You see, the Shukracharya's disciple Bali Maharaj, when someone wants to see your qualities, immediately, like for a disciple, whenever some Vaishnava or some person want to judge you, immediately he will judge your guru. Who is his guru? Who is his father? Yeah. Who is his father? The disciple is representative of gurus. Son is representative of his father. If they are not well turned out, the guru will lose their reputation. They are losing indirectly. They are just, how can you say? They're creating problem for guru, for parampara acharyas. This is responsibility of disciple and guru also, as disciple, son. How to keep guru's prestige, how to keep father's prestige. This is very important teachings for us. Bali Maharaj is just pacifying Shukracharya. If I become poor by giving everything to this Brahman, then in future everyone will say, you see Bali, this disciple of Shukracharya, how training up, by the training of Shukracharya, how he is just serving a Brahman, how he had serving a Brahman. That means indirectly fame will come to you and also fame will come to me. And here is a chance. How can I deny this service of such a nice Brahman? He is as like as you. He is not saying he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is saying Bhavadrusam. Bhavadrusam. He is as like as you. And Prabhupada mentioning in his purport, nice purport. If one accept a poverty-stricken position because of losing money in the business, gambling, prostitution, or indexation, no one will praise him. Who will praise you? But if one became poverty-stricken by giving all of his possessions in charity, he became adored all over the world. Yes. Giving everything and he is now poverty-stricken. Everyone will praise. Bali Maharaj is giving this example. Aside from this, if a benevolent and merciful person exhibits his pride in becoming poverty-stricken by giving the charity for a good cause, his poverty is welcome, auspicious sign of a great personality. It is auspicious and what mentioning here? It is auspicious. His poverty is a welcome, auspicious sign of a great personality. Yes, because you want to give up everything for others. So Bali Maharaj decided that even though he would become poverty-stricken by giving everything to Vamandev, that is what he would prefer. He know what Shukracharya is saying. It may be happen to, in my case, I may be poor, I may be good, because he is qualified Brahman, and especially Vamandev is Lord Vishnu. How can I deny Vishnu? How can I deny Vishnu? Determination should be strong in our life. When you realize yourself, when you realize the Bhakti Yoga, when you realize the position of Guru, when you realize the instruction of Shastras, then you should take a strong bow. Strong bow. Then we can continue our life. Yes, strong bow. When we are leading our life in a simple way, in Bhakti Yoga, still we have to remind some problem will come. And when you are performing some spiritual practice very nicely, but still problem is coming. Actually, this is not problem. This problem is coming just to make you more strong. If problem will not come, you will develop problem. Yeah, this is Krishna's blessing. Performing all sort of activities, but still problem is coming. Why this problem is coming? Then what is, someone may ask question, what is the value of performing all these activities, Bhakti Yoga activities? After performing all these activities, I am. But this is the answer. Here, this is the answer. Why problem is coming? To make you glorify, to make you more strong, to make you more determined. Unless you become strong, unless you are determined, you cannot achieve anything in Bhakti Yoga. So this problem is coming to make you more serious. This is Krishna's blessing. And if you don't develop seriousness, then you are unfortunate, because Krishna creating such situations so that you can develop some seriousness. But if seriousness is coming, rather you are losing faith. No. This is Krishna's gift. So Bali Maharaj knows very well. He was fully determined. Yes, fully determined. This is a good sign. When someone is very determined to do some service, not out of false ego, but out of love, out of attachment, eagerness. You want to do something. This is hopeful life. Bali Maharaj know very well. He know very well. Kuta punha brahma vida bhavadrusam tato baturasya dadam vivanchitam. I must give the little brahmachari whatever charity he wants from me. Whatever charity he wants from me, I will give. He is fully determined. And in front of his guru, he is saying, no Gurudev, I will do like that. Jajanti jagya madruta bhavantamnaya vidana kovidam saeva vishnu varadastu vaparu dasyamyamusmai kitimipsitamune. O great says, great saintly persons like you, being completely aware of the Vedic principle for performing ritualistic ceremonies and yajnas, worship Lord Vishnu in all circumstances. Therefore, whatever that same Lord Vishnu, therefore, where the same Lord Vishnu here to give me all benefit, punish me as an enemy, I must carry and give his request. Give him the requested without hesitation. It's just so many great personalities are there. They are like you. They know how to perform nice yajna. They know all Vedic principles. But why they are performing all Vedic principles? Why they are following all Vedic principles? Why they are so perfectly performing all yajnas? Only for one purpose, to satisfy Lord Vishnu. And same Vishnu is coming to beg me. He just here, just he want to beg something from me. And many Brahmins, they are performing such big sacrifices, great sacrifices, only just to please Lord Vishnu. And same Vishnu is here. Whether he is my enemy, he may think I am his enemy, but he may think I am his friend. Whether he can act as a friend or enemy, but I want to give something. I want to give something. Something, whatever he wants, the 3 steps, I will give. Repeatedly he is saying, no, I will do this thing, I will do this thing. It looks like stubborn. Bali Maharaj is very determined. You are performing perfect bhajan, then to please Guru and Krishna, real determination power came. Understand? Real determination. And not only determination power come, by this determination power you can prove yourself. You understand? You can prove yourself. This is not out of determination power is coming. No. You have to prove yourself by your determination power. You have to perform such activities. Krishna will arrange. You can prove yourself how determined you are. So Bali Maharaj, he was with humble mode. But he's saying, why you are such a scholar, you know all Vedic rules and regulations. Why you are performing so many yajnas? Only to satisfy Lord Vishnu. And you see, same Vishnu is here. Same Vishnu is here. I have to satisfy him. Whatever he wants. Whatever his demand, I have to satisfy. Prabhupada mentioning his purport. Bali Maharaj, having been perfectly educated in devotional service by his Maharaj, knew how things are to be. He was never to be misguided by anyone, even by a person who has happened to be his so-called spiritual master. This is the sign of surrender. This is the sign of surrender. Yes, therefore training is required. The Prabhupada mentioning is very nice things. Bali Maharaja, having been perfectly educated in the devotional service by his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj, and knew how things are to be done, he was never to be misguided by anyone, even by a person who is happened to be his so-called spiritual master. This is the sign. Misguided, there is no question of misguided. When you are following Krishna consciousness, and you know, if training is not there, there is chance of misguided. Perfect training is required. Training is required. Once you trained up by a trained person, then you will not misguide in future. Prabhupada mentioning here. Bali Maharaj was trained up by that what to do very well, in which situation what to do, in which way, in which mood, you know very well, perfectly, because you are trained. Yes, well trained. You know very well how to do all these things. This is, Prabhupada mentioned, this is sign of his surrender. Sure. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo Prabhupada mentioning. Ityadasa prate. Whether if you want, you may kill me. You may protect me or kill me. No one is no other one. They can't protect me, and I cannot accept anyone as my master. Even I will suffer. This is sign of his surrender. Even I will suffer in the future, but I cannot take surrender of anyone except Krishna, Guru. This is surrenderness. Surrender does not mean when you suffer, you can go anywhere, you can go to demigod, you can go to other sampradayas. No. Once I surrender at lotus feet of Guru and Krishna and I know his position means, bas. Whether problem comes, I have no other thought. I have to just follow. Bali Maharaj know very well because he was trained by us. Therefore Prabhupada mentioning here, he knows what to do, in which situation, in which way. Yeah, perfectly well. Prabhupada mentioned, he said, no, perfectly well. Perfectly well. He was trained well. When one surrenders to Lord Vishnu, one must be prepared to abide by his order in all circumstances. When someone is following Lord Vishnu, he should prepare to follow Lord's order in all circumstances. Kill one or give one protection, Lord Vishnu must be worshipped in all circumstances. Whether may kill us, may protect us. He should worship. One should worship always. One should always worship in all circumstances. Yes. And Shukracharya is saying, okay, if you don't fulfill the promise, then this Brahman, he may kill you, he may fight with you. Jadapyasaavadharmena mangbadnyadanangasam tathapyena na hingsasya bhitam brahmatanuripum. Although he is Vishnu himself, out of fear he has covered in the form of a Brahman to come to me, begging. Under these circumstances, because he has assumed the form of a Brahman, irreligiously, religiously arrested me or even kill me, I shall not retaliate. Retaliate, although he is my enemy. You don't know, he is a supporter of demigods, and you are a demon. He is your enemy. He said, no, he may be enemy. He said, although he is Vishnu himself, out of fear, he has covered himself and come in form of a Brahman. He so respect towards Brahman. This is the sign. He is giving such a superior respect. This is called natural devotion towards Brahman. Out of fear, he is just assuming the form of a Brahman. He is coming to me. And as your opinion, if you want to kill me, if you want to fight with me, still I don't know. Still is Brahman. Brahman is always Brahman. Superior is always superior. Guru is always Guru. We cannot disrespect him. And if you act as enemy, but still I will follow. Bali Maharaj is saying. And in purport Prabhupada mentioning, if Lord Vishnu, as he had come, asked him to do something, Bali Maharaj certainly would not have refused his request. If Lord Vishnu, not assuming Brahmana form actually, if he would come, he asked him to do something, Bali Maharaj certainly would not have refused his request. Certainly. Bali is like that. But to enjoy a little humor between himself and his devotee, Lord covered himself as a Brahman brahmachari and thus come to Bali Maharaj to beg for only 3 feet of land. Yeah. If in original form Lord Vishnu, he would come and just beg, give me Indra post. I want your position. I want your post. He's like that. He's very gentle. But Prabhupada mentioning, but to enjoy a little humor between himself and his devotee, Lord covered himself as a Brahmana and thus come to Bali Maharaj to beg for only 3 feet of land. He want to release some lila with his devotees. And also want to glorify Bali. Want to glorify Bali. How Bali, even his guru is opposing, still he want to serve. Opposition will not come, problem will not come, you will not glorify. Yes. Krishna, out of enmity we are creating some. We are not regulative. We have some bad qualities. Therefore some enmity is coming. But someone is very serious, is performing activities like regulative activities. But still enmity is coming means just to glorify him. Sometimes we can see like some pure devotees, many, for a pure devotees, many problems, many enmity, looks like enmity is coming. Opposition is coming. All this opposition is coming only to glorify him. Only to glorify him. So Lord Vishnu personally came just for that purpose, to glorify Bali Maharaj, not to glorify himself. Actually, life history of Bali, everyone appreciating Bali. And those are, how can I say, very advanced devotees. They can understand the mood of Bhamandev. How Bhamandev is merciful. He came and as a beggar and he led Bali should be glorified. He won. Therefore, he assuming a form of a brahmachari Brahman and came and begged. Yes. So, performing sadhu guru service and facing some problems, still some problems is coming, although he is serving. Actually, all these problems, we can say they are steps towards Krishna consciousness. Therefore, a devotee is always stable. He knows I have life in this way. Let problem come or suffering come. I can't give up this path. I can't give up. So Bali Maharaj, he was, and he said, okay. After just finishing his lecture, we can say, he just carrying his water pot and is now ready to promise again. Then Shukracharya, angry, cursed Bali, led immediately you should lose all your opulence. Then after Lord Vamandev is showing his universal form. Yes. And cover within one leg his cover. All lower planets. And one leg all upper planets. And within his body is covered the sky. Body and hand. So there is no other place. No other place. For Bali, no other place to give something. Like third step. He had promised, I have to give third step. But in two steps, we just cover everything. There is no space to give third step. Then again, Lord Vishnu Vamandev just ordered to Garuda for binding, to tie us to Bali Maharaj. Because he is the offender. It looks like he is the offender. He promised and he is cheating a Brahman. This is the punishment. And after binding, rebuking. You understand? Like chastising. Bali, your Guru already opposing you, Guru already checking you before. Don't promise. Why you promise? Why you promise? If you don't have properties, why you promise to give 3 steps? But still Bali has determined. Determination power comes from soul. You understand? Determination power comes from soul. If it comes from soul, then you can continue for whole life. If determination power is coming from mind, then continue it. Sometimes you can do and sometimes you may not do it. If you want to serve Guru and Krishna will give you determination power. And that you can continue. And Bali Maharaj, still he was very quiet. And he said to Lord Vamandev, if you show your third step, I have other space to give. Then he surrendered to